Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I
Merry
mean,
Christmas.
obviously Cameron was sick, so we weren't able to record. Cameron was sick, he had the sniffles and shit.
That's right.
But
Runny nose got me, baby.
hey, the real sick one right now is Isaiah. Because we had that little exchange. We went back and forth. And Isaiah doesn't want to show himself. He wants you guys to see Tua. Because that was the last time that you was gonna see Tua. And I told you, Isaiah. I told you, Devon A. Chan, he ain't gonna do shit in fantasy. We clamped him. All right? We clamped him. Y'all are ass. It's cold. Tua is ass. Quinn Ewers looks better. At least you got to see the future of Miami, which is mediocrity. That's all you got. Like it's ass out. And don't you dare ever talk about Dan Marino like he's on Aaron Rodgers level again. Because he's not. Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm going there. Perk Rogers is in the
What?
NFL what Sean Perk Michaels and Kurt Perk Angle were. He is one of them ones. And
Ayahuasca Aaron.
and and I'll close with this, gentlemen. As you remember, a couple of years ago for my birthday, had people come over. We were in the garage and there was a bet board made. And I was just cleaning the house and I came upon this bet board that's right next to me. And on this bet board, it has a bet that says Taylor doesn't win fantasy football, and it's from Isaiah. That was the bet, and the like the pay up is anytime shotgun of any beer. Now, because you didn't say win, it just says Taylor winning fantasy, which he so happens to be in the championship right now. And if he wins this, Isaiah, can you imagine? Well, you're gonna have to imagine because it's gonna happen. I don't know, shotgunning a Milwaukee's best
8:30 on a Sunday, bro. Let's make it happen. As soon as the
anytime,
podcast starts.
anytime.
Ah,
He
Well,
made that
well,
bet.
since that's not dated, um, Taylor didn't has not won a fantasy football championship since 2023.
Correct.
Correct. So I don't know when that bet was placed. He is in the championship off a bullshit trade that should have never passed, and y'all sons of bitches didn't vote it down.
bro, bro,
That's what
Isaiah,
carried him into a
Isaiah,
win streak
I
into
Oh,
the
swear to
somebody's
God,
playoffs.
salty.
before
Somebody's
that
salty.
game, I told Taylor, I was like, I bet Isaiah is so fucking mad right now because he was
I'm
trying to get me to veto that trade so hard.
I vetoed the fuck out of that trade,
You didn't say
and
shit to me.
nobody else did.
You didn't say shit to
No,
me.
because it was a dumb trade.
Hey, I'm
Tony Pollard
Isaiah. Do you want me to keep it a stack
for
with you?
Rasheed Rice.
I've been getting clapped so much in that league that I stopped paying attention after week 4.
That
That
turned
low
around
key,
this man's season.
I was gonna say that low key
He
turned
was
Taylor
1-6. He was like
he
1-5
averages like
or 1-6.
150 points a game now because of that one trade.
Hey,
Because he was terrible before that.
hey, hey, get better, Isaiah.
That's true.
Maybe if
Hey,
you did,
hey,
maybe if you
well,
did, the Dolphins would. And if the Dolphins did, then maybe you would have some level of
my
success. Isaiah,
I played in a championship in that league.
Isaiah,
I
I'm
played in
pointing this
championships
way.
in other
I'm
leagues.
pointing this way to point to Cameron metaphorically, right?
It's
And
the
I
other way
know.
when I'm you're in the middle on mine.
Okay, cool. Well, whatever. I'm saying metaphorically. Follow me. Follow me. I'm pointing at
Follow me.
Cameron. We're going to the playoffs. You see the backgrounds?
That's right,
We're
baby.
going to the
That's
playoffs.
right, baby. Let's go.
Pointing
I
this way
think
to y'all. You, to
I think
you,
my background is pretty fitting.
yeah, you're cooked. It's you go on to the house, his house, and blessings upon the the Miami Dolphins franchise from here. Hopefully, y'all get some stuff together. Hopefully, y'all figure out what y'all want to do because it doesn't look like Quinn is the answer, and Zach Wilson, who knows?
I think Marlon, I think you've already, in my mind, you've already given the answer. Kyler
Quinn.
fucking Murray, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kyler Murray.
Bring Kyler.
Yeah,
I bet
amen.
Kyler would do really well in that system, man.
I mean,
I
the
really
fucking
do.
bar is not that high.
And honestly, like I felt like Tua was on his way until he got killed. And then McDaniel was like, boy, you can still go out there and play some more. Get out there and let him die again. Until that though, Tua was having. I mean, Tua was he was pretty solid before that, and I feel like just I don't. I just feel like they don't let him. Either he doesn't let him, or they don't let him stand in the pocket for like longer plays to develop because they don't want him to get fucking killed.
That's the
Like,
truth. I
I
think that's a
mean,
lot what it is because he does show flashes at times unless it's cold. He shows
yeah.
flashes, but like you said, he they want him to throw it really quick, and if the run game isn't working, he is very mediocre. Similar to what I said in like episode 2 or 3 about the
Mhm.
Lions and Jared Goff, and I just clipped it and put it on TikTok and got fried for it. And lo and behold, you stop
I
Jameer
mean,
Gibbs and Jared
that's what
Goff in his
Pittsburgh
tracks.
did. That was their whole game plan was shut down Jameer Gibbs and Montgomery, and Goff couldn't do it. I mean,
Couldn't
that
do it.
was literally like if you watch football at all and you watch that game, you saw that that was the entire game plan was to shut those two guys down and let Goff do whatever the hell he wants. Hey,
And
listen, Isaiah, beacon of hope here. Philip is out there. I'm just gonna throw that. That man was cooking last night
We might
or
we
Monday night.
might we might call up Dan or Peyton Manning and be like, "Hey man, how you feeling about coming
Dan
back?"
Orlovsky,
Hey, hey,
Marino, put
Tom
Marino out
came
there.
out and said if he came back right now, he'd fry everybody. He did. He
Yeah,
said that. Tom
dude,
likes South
he's
Florida.
he
You
like
know.
it's
he don't like
not
that team.
possible.
It ain't possible. He's not
Well, they
going to
tried
Miami.
to get him. They tried to get him to go to Miami whenever he left New England.
That's your
Well,
only
I can.
hope is the GOAT. Like you got to have no, it's over with, bruh.
We
Look in
have
the
fucked
draft
up
and draft
on
Drew Aller.
3 different Hall of Fame
Drew Aller,
quarterbacks signing with us. Drew Brees,
Dante Culpepper.
Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, all went to South Beach, all sat down with ownership and the GMs, and all of them were like, "Nah," and went somewhere else.
Well, it's because they're not Dan Marino. You know.
Yeah,
And they thought Chad Pennington was going to be Dan Marino.
Hey man, hey man.
hey, Chad
Hey,
was
Marlon,
trying. Chad
question:
was trying.
Yeah, yeah.
if there's a team in the AFC you're not trying to see first round playoffs, who's it going to be?
Uh,
If there's a team you're like, man, I don't want no part of them. Like,
Buffalo.
see, I'm the
Uh,
same way, man. I
The
want
Chargers.
nothing to do with Josh fucking Allen,
Yeah,
bro. I don't,
him and Cook, they're frying.
bro.
And then
Like,
yeah,
I've
so
just too
playing
many
so good
times
right
this
now.
season. Too many times this season, I've seen a team come out and just drop the hammer on Buffalo, and then about late the second quarter, Josh was like, "Okay, I'm fucking tired of this," and just completely take over. And
yep.
I don't want in the playoffs. I don't want nothing to do with that.
When
Nothing to do with it.
they signed Matthew Judon to their practice squad,
Oh
and
yeah, I
I
forgot they
think
did
they're going to
that.
use him
That's a good
as
pickup.
a an opposite of Greg Rousseau, and then they also should be getting Ed Oliver back. So their defense will be better for the playoffs. Josh Allen is ramping up. I don't want to see them. The Chargers are they can put up a lot of points. I just don't know how good they really are. They run into issues, and I hate to be the one to say it. We've seen Herb Dog in the playoffs. So
Yeah,
me personally for the Steelers, like I'm like I've seen Herb in the playoffs. It reminds me of Dak. We'll see, but I don't know.
We've well, hey,
What about Jacksonville? What
we
you
we
because
we've already run through the entire West, so I'm not scared of any of
I was
those
about to
fucking punk ass
say,
teams.
no, yeah,
We done
y'all
handled San Francisco. We done handled the fucking Broncos. We done handled the Chargers. Then none of them are shit. All the West Coast teams suck, except for the Rams. Rams Rams bent us over. All right. So I don't want nothing to do with
hey
fucking Matt
yo.
Stafford, bro. I don't.
Hey,
But
that's
no,
that's a
honestly,
fact though.
man, I just you know what? I want my fucking respect, god damn it. Because I fought a bunch of goddamn people preseason about what I thought the record was gonna be, and they even did better than I thought they were gonna do. Like, and there was a point where I came on and I was teetering a little bit because I just didn't know if the way they were winning was sustainable. The offense didn't look clean. The defense wasn't great. They were just thriving on turnovers. Well, now the fucking offense looks unstoppable, and the defense is actually like we're not getting carved up. we're actually shutting teams down, and that's nice to see.
There's
I
some
don't know. I
teams,
just,
there's some
bro,
teams right now that are sprinting because
yeah, Houston's
yeah,
one of them, dude.
Houston scares the shit out of
Bro,
me because their defense is so good that they can make you play that ugly ass style, and you expect CJ Stroud at some point to make one or two plays, and
yeah,
then man, Nico Collins is killing it too. I they're scary. Who else can get in the playoffs? Honestly, I know Denver right now is riding their high horse. They remind me of one of those teams that they'll get a bye and then get they'll get beat.
yeah,
One of
yeah,
the other teams will come on, like for instance, say it's Jacksonville. Say Jacksonville goes to Denver for some reason. I think Jacksonville could go upset Denver in
yeah,
Denver. Same thing. I think Buffalo could go to Denver and beat them. Two seed New England currently, unless Buffalo jumps them. They're scary because Vrabel and Drake May is. I thought
yeah.
they were fried. Baltimore had them down, and Drake May was like, "All right, bro, Lamar, sit the
Let me
fuck down.
cook.
Yeah,
Let me
go sit
cook.
down, bro. You know how you feel whenever you're not really old, but you get called the unk. Now it's over
Yeah.
with, but like when you get there, that's what he is, honestly.
Yeah, I don't. I just like. I feel like Pittsburgh, man. I feel like Pittsburgh roster is made for like a playoff style game because most of the time in the playoffs the game slows down, so the age isn't as big a factor as far as like trying to keep up with these high octane kind of offenses. Yeah, to me it just depends on how Rodgers and the offense performs. Like, because I just feel like they're veteran led. They got a bunch of guys that know how to play football and defense. And I know the defense hasn't been great all year, but I just feel like the game slows down a lot in the playoffs. A lot of teams start chewing clock and trying to play time of possession and field position and all that other
Trying to
shit.
get the
So,
fuck out of there.
bro,
Yeah. Well, because the
and
weather is
like,
ugly as shit.
yeah. And listen, man, if they were on the ball like they did last week, good God, you know,
Man,
they ran that shit all over Detroit. That was fucking embarrassing.
I honestly think on the Steelers front, I think they've just given complete control of the offense to Aaron Rodgers. I don't think it doesn't look like
As they
an Arthur
should.
Smith. Yeah, I don't think
I
it
mean,
looks like Arthur Smith's offense at all. I can't believe it took this long for him to realize, like, yo, Arthur Smith's offense is kind of garbage. Let's let Aaron have more say so at what he wants to do. And now, again, they're catching people with 12 people on the field. He's just telling people at the line, hey, go out there and run a go. And yeah, he's balling.
hey,
My dude is balling.
Where was Kenneth Gainwell last year?
Philly.
Philly?
Philly.
Thank you. All right,
Yeah.
that's all I needed to know.
Yeah, we
No
took
wonder why
two.
Philly's offense fucking struggles. I mean,
Yeah,
Kenneth
no, he's
Gainwell's
balling.
fucking for real, bro.
Yeah.
That dude is so
Well,
good, and I know that Jalen Hurts used to go to him on checkdowns a lot.
yeah.
Like, it's crazy because he reminds me a lot of what Sproles used to be.
Hmm.
Like, just a really good check down, get the ball in space, and he can pick up chunk yards. Like, I
This
don't
is a
know.
change of pace. He's a very good change of
Bro,
pace back. He
he's,
operates really good in space. Like he gets to the edge fast.
yeah,
He's got good speed. He can make somebody miss in the open field, and it's the change of pace. Whenever he was in Philly, it was like they were going to kill you with Saquon, and then if Saquon got tired, it's like you didn't realize the impact that Gainwell had because Saquon had such a good season. But
yeah,
Gainwell was there for like 2 or 3 years. Like
Yeah.
whatever it was, Miles Sanders and like Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell was there, and he was getting touches. And it
yeah.
just looks differently now, especially one, that's the best rushing performance Jalen Warren has had all season, maybe in his career. I
Definitely in
think.
his career. No, you're 100% right.
But
143, two tuds. He's
yeah,
usually he
on
has
my
big plays.
bench.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Usually he has big plays, but his big plays are usually a screen, a check
yeah.
down that nobody is in front of him. He just takes
That's
off.
kind
Those
of
were
how they used him whenever Najee was there. Like
yeah.
Najee was the every down back, and then that's
Hmm.
why people liked what Jalen Warren brought to the table last year is because like he's gonna catch a screen and turn it upfield. You know that like he's gonna take a toss to the outside and pick up 5-6 yards whenever Najee was picking up about 3 yards carry.
Yeah. Najee was
Listen,
running straight up and
I
just
have
tackle me.
I have two major bullet points on the Pittsburgh game that I have to get off my chest.
Go ahead.
Can we please get some more Darnell Washington? Please.
We've
There is
gotten a
nothing
healthy
more.
dose of this
There is
man
nothing
all
more
year.
satisfying than watching him catch a ball and somebody try to measure him up and him absolutely Batista bombing them through the turf. It's fucking great.
It
I love it, and I
it's
want more
when
of it.
people dive at his knees. They're
I just
like
want him to.
a 5'8", 5'9", 165 pound
I don't.
DB is like
I
they
don't know
immediately just
who that was from Detroit that tried to measure him up at the first down marker, but God rest his soul. You know, like, dude, come on, man. That's dude's a Mack truck. That's number one. Number two, do you think 2 games is too much? I mean, and the only reason I ask, I know you don't hit a fan. I know you don't try and like make physical contact, but I read that this particular fan would follow him around in Seattle too and would harass him and would say shit about his family. And it's like, dude, at what point do you at what point do you start to kind of understand like the players side? Because it's kind of like the whole spit thing with Ramsey earlier in the year. Like I'm all for competitive sportsmanship and being the bigger person, but when you spit on somebody, like that's different. That's around football. To me, if you're following me from fucking Seattle to Pittsburgh and you're harassing me about my family members like that, I don't know. At what point does it become too much? Does that make sense?
well, yeah. I definitely think that a fan interaction. So I think there was a fan in Buffalo that like was taking a swipe at Derrick Henry or trying to hit something of the sort,
Mm-hmm.
and he like was hitting Lamar Jackson on the top of his helmet, and Lamar Jackson pushed him. Well, that fan got banned for life. I think it's the act of whether you approach somebody or you get approached. And I don't know all the details of that instance, but it looked like DK walked up to that guy, which I think is the difference between those two situations. Is okay, yeah, I understand he's talking shit, talk shit back to him, but you don't walk up to him and then
Yeah.
grab him by his hair, by his fucking wig, and do what you do. You got to learn some sort of like self control in that moment. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to get removed if you just tell somebody like security or
Yeah.
something like that. I think that's the only difference. I don't think it was worth two. I think maybe a game and a
One. Yeah,
hefty
that's
fine.
that's that was my
Hey,
thing. Like, find him,
I
give him a game.
I thought he was getting four. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought he was getting four. I saw that it was a guy that it was a Detroit fan and DK and when he was with Seattle last year played in Detroit and
Yeah.
I guess the fan was like talking shit and doing all of that. It's one of those where both sides are wrong and both sides should be there should be something done, obviously, for the fans. The league has to take this shit more serious, which hopefully they do, but they're going to have to start taking it more serious. DK is going to pay a lot of money. And
Yes.
Yeah.
that's, I mean, when you get to the point of like, all right, fucking, I'm going to put my hands on him, you go into that understanding like it's going to come with a lot. And that's regardless
Yeah.
if you're DK, if you're a random dude in the street, like anytime you decide, like, all right, enough is enough. I'm crashing out. I'm about to cause physical harm. It's gonna come with the price. It's gonna come
Yeah.
with some kind of price. So, um, 2 games, cool. I seen that it actually voids DK's like 45 million or something like that guaranteed. Uh,
Yeah.
that to me, if I'm DK,
That's petty.
I'm
That's
like, man,
petty if
that's
they do
that's
that.
a lot. But it's baked in that contract of like you can't get in
Mhm.
trouble. And of
Yeah.
course, in typical Steelers wide receiver fashion, he's like, gotta crash out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm
Starts
not
hearing
like
voices
I'm
Yeah.
not of
Didn't I
the
send
I'm
you
not
a
of the group
video,
that's
Marlon?
like
of crash
AI
outs.
video
That
of
shit
the
is
crash
dope
out
as fuck. Yeah.
receivers.
Yeah. And it's a lot. It's a lot. My name's Hans
because
Ward.
because I'm
And I
not the
had
type
to.
that's like I think fans should. I mean, you pay to get in. I mean, that's your whole job is to try and rattle the other teams. So you should be able to talk shit. I just sometimes I wonder, and that was the big thing was because I saw it. It's 2 games, so that's the remaining 2 games of the season, which means if he's one of the bigger players on the roster, so Pittsburgh
It's
could
gonna
miss out on the
impact the
playoffs if it
offense. Yeah.
yeah if it fucks Pittsburgh enough, they could miss the playoffs, and then it voided. I didn't know the exact amount, but I knew it voided like a big guarantee or a big bonus of some kind. So I'm like, damn, man, he really got fucked over.
Oh,
Like,
he got
but I
hella
mean,
fucked.
hey,
I'm
Because that,
curious. I'm curious too, though, how much of it is like DK. We've been having issues with you fighting players and shit like that on the field for years. Like this is we're fucking sick and tired on some Draymond.
yeah,
I don't know if y'all seen it the other night where Steve Kerr and
sent
Draymond
his
got
ass to the
into
locker
it.
room.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that where he's like at some point like shut up and this is what's going to happen. I think that's where the league is with DK and it is what it is. I mean, dog, if we
We
lose to the
just don't.
Browns,
They
Hey,
almost they
Shabuki, man.
almost they almost got him. And Josh Allen had the worst game of the season. They almost got him.
Shaduki.
they ain't about to almost get shit unless
Harold Fannin goes the fuck off. Okay.
if the Ravens lose, they play on Saturday. So if the Ravens lose, then the Steelers win the AFC North
Yeah.
automatically, and they'll
Mhm.
that
Y'all
Mason
have to
Rudolph
lose
versus
out.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah, y'all have to lose out, and they have to win out for them for
Yep,
y'all to not make it.
Yeah,
yep, and
mathematically.
yeah, and there may be a couple of other scenarios because we maybe have the same record in the like end division. So
Well, there was speculation that since Lamar didn't practice today, it
he
was a
never
precautionary.
practices, bro. He never does. And honestly, they're at the point now to where, especially if they lose on Saturday, Harbaugh, bro,
No,
I
one
I
after
promise
one
you,
bad season,
they're
bro.
good, bro.
What?
Teams overreact,
Well,
and
I
and
think
I'm
yeah,
it's
I think it's more
Steelers fan.
about expectation versus result, not
Yes,
necessarily bad seasons. Like when they got Derrick Henry, they were supposed to win the fucking title, and did they even make the AFC Championship? I don't think so. They
no, they
lost to
went one and
Buffalo in the
done.
divisional.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Oh yeah,
then
yeah,
because
yeah.
a couple
Mark
years,
Andrews couldn't make the
yeah,
catch.
Yeah,
couple
but
years before that,
in
they've had Lamar with the MVP and was all this great season and got fucking smacked by Tennessee. You know, it's
well,
I think it's just
they got smacked in. I'm pretty sure in Baltimore in the AFC Championships by KC.
yeah,
That
Yeah,
was it was one of
like
those that if you're gonna get them, this is the year to get them, and then they shit
yeah.
down their leg.
That's how I feel about fucking the Buffalo this year, fellas. Man, like they're only the only reason why they ain't won a Super Bowl is because of Kansas City, and they ain't in it this year. If there's a goddamn year they're gonna win it, it better be this year.
you better shit or get off the pot, son,
Shit,
because
but it ain't
this
happening
is
with
your.
Duval in the playoffs.
I was about to
Shit,
say, not with
god
Pittsburgh
damn
either.
it.
Even though y'all came into Acrisure the other couple weeks ago and dropped dick, don't think that shit's happening again because it's not. We rocked after booing Tomlin. He got the ship. He got it. He got it adjusted.
They've looked
I
a
guess
lot
the
better since then. I'll say that,
Yeah,
like a lot better.
he's heard. He heard.
so I guess one of my questions too regarding this the wrap up of the season going into the playoffs and looking at the teams in the AFC and the NFC. Are the Seahawks pretenders? Are the Eagles going to figure it out? And last but not least, are we looking at the Panthers making it over the Bucks?
Yes,
There was
I
three
think
questions
there's, I
asked.
think there's, I think
Yeah, I
there's
was like, those
disarray
those
in
three.
Tampa Bay, man. Like I really
Agreed.
do. I feel like there's something, there's a disconnect there. It doesn't look clean on either side of the ball
Mhm.
in Tampa Bay to me. And I think that the Panthers are, I think they're peaking and they play a style of football that's suited for the playoffs. They lean on the ground game, and when teams take it away, they hit you over the top, and they got the weapons to do it. And Bryce Young, by the way, playing pretty fucking good. So shout out to him
Motherfuckers
because,
out there slinging it.
bro, because a year and a half ago, people were trying to run him out the league. So
They were
props to
like
him.
bust. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think it takes time though. I think he got the short end of the stick with that organization coming off of a different head coach from when he got drafted. Then getting benched was a good thing for him because
Yeah.
it gave him an opportunity to slow down and see the game the different way. I just watched a documentary about John Elway. John Elway was like, I needed to get benched because I didn't understand the game yet
Yeah.
in the
That's
NFL,
what
and
that's what I
that's
was
what
fixing
helped
to
me
say
out.
was, man, benching
They're not
him saved his
comparable.
career.
Yeah, they're
Right.
not
But
comparable figures,
but the
but
situation, man, benching him
yeah,
saved his fucking career, bro. Letting him sit back and just watch Andy Dalton go out
fail.
there and play. I mean, yeah, I mean, hey, the first game that Andy Dalton played, he was cooking. After
You're
that
like,
was a shit show.
man,
But
yeah.
but I mean that just it's like a 9 day different player before he got benched and after. It's crazy. And it should go to show like same thing with Sam Darnold. Like Listen, I'm still not buying this. I'm not on the Sam Darnold train. He's okay, I guess, whatever. But
He's the fucking
if
truth.
if you if you get like some people can't just come straight into the league and hop on a team, and it just you know they need time to develop.
Unless you're
And
Cam Newton.
yeah, and just because they don't
I'm
perform
just
well
kidding.
on their first stop doesn't mean they're not good and they don't have it. Like that's what I always try to tell. Like when I would defend like Jackson Arnold. This is a bad comparison, but I just don't understand how a guy can just hit a level and just forget how to play quarterback. And like I said, it's a bad comparison, but that is a comparison. Like how does Jackson Arnold get to OU and just all of a sudden he can't remember how to play fucking quarterback? That's how I feel about quarterbacks coming out of college football and into the league when they struggle. I'm like, it's not like you just forgot how to fucking play football. Like, damn, you know? But maybe it's because they just need time to sit back and watch the game and get and see the speed of the game. And I don't know.
Well, and
But
it
I
good
think
for
it
all
Bryce
has to
Young.
do
it's
with it.
it's also like the perfect fit. Like, when you get a system that you feel comfortable in, obviously you're going to play better.
Yeah,
If you're
it's
playing in a system that you don't really, it doesn't mesh with the style of player you are, it's hard to beat that. And BY, he was set behind when they traded DJ Moore to get him and like
yeah,
all
that's
the first,
true.
yeah,
Yeah,
they dug a hole just to get the man. So it's like I'm glad that they have the patience to wait and at least be more competitive now, because before they were getting cooked. Like you said, they were talking about he was a bust and this, and it's like, nah, I think they're one of those teams that they have to slow build like this because I don't nobody want to go play in Carolina.
And they're only really paying two motherfuckers on that whole team.
Who, J.C. Horn and
That D lineman, was his
oh
name
yeah, yeah,
Brown?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean,
Everybody else has been like everybody else that's of importance on that team. Second year, third year player, rookie, fucking
yeah.
one
I
year,
think
one
they're.
year vet minimum
I
deal.
think they shelled out some money to Chuba Hubbard to keep him around, but then Rico Dowdle came on.
Decent, yeah.
man.
And Rico,
And I
they
don't, and they're
signed
paying dirt
him for
cheap. Yeah,
nothing. Yeah,
yeah, dirt cheap
nothing.
to get him. And this man
He's
ran for a
pro-
fucking 1,000, bro.
And
And he
that's
only
why,
started. He only started a fraction of the games. That's
and that's
crazy.
why the running back position is dead, fellas. Because Rico Dowdle, Kenneth Gainwell, those types of players that just make $1 million and just have great years. That's
well,
why.
well, I think it's crazy because you see that last year or the past 2 years, there's still value in the position, but then you have those cases where you're like, holy fuck, look how good this dude is, and he's the third string guy 2 years ago on the Philly team that went to the Super Bowl in Kenneth
Yeah.
Gainwell. Or you look at y'all remember when like Jonathan Taylor got hurt and Zach Moss was fucking lighting it up in Indianapolis. And then Jonathan Taylor came back. Zach Moss signed with the Bengals, and he was the starter to Mr. Brown. And then Zach Moss isn't even in the league anymore.
Listen, man, I'll tell you who killed the running back position. This is very simple.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Tom fucking Brady killed the running back position. How many fucking running backs did that guy cycle through? And they were all the same, and they all were good. Like, I mean, dude,
Be able to
what?
run that way, and then
Bro, that's
catch the
I
it.
stop
need
route
you.
and
Catch the
go.
I
ball.
all I need you to do is fucking turn left and half-ass jog. I'm gonna get you the ball in space. James White is the Hall of Fame check down king in my book. Okay,
Bro,
because that
that's why,
that
like,
man would have 5 catches for 68 yards, 3 rushes for 12 yards, and have one rushing touchdown for 1 yard, and that's all Tom Brady
that's
needed
it.
out of him.
Yeah, that's it. And he was pretty, and those teams were pretty fucking good. And teams thought, well, we can win this way.
James White literally is the reason why they. Well, he's not the reason why they won the Super Bowl, but he's the one that scored the game-winning touchdown
Oh
Yeah.
in
yeah,
the comeback.
because James White was out there wheeling and dealing that shit, or because Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. was wheeling. It's my turn. My turn.
No, I'm just like I get Cameron's point, but I think in that system how they ran it, he never really like how many 1,000 yard rushers did Tom Brady actually play with? Corey
Why?
Dillon,
Because he's the fucking fucking man.
Well, that's why.
Corey.
But that's why I'm saying is like teams would look at the success of the Patriots and the literal no names they had outside of Corey Dillon. And who was the running back when Tom first got there? Kevin Falk. Kevin Falk.
Yes.
Outside
Yes.
of those two, it was a whole shit ton of no names, and they were successful. And then you would look at teams like Dallas that are hamstrung by Ezekiel Elliott's, or um, well, hell, even Green Bay for a while. They didn't have any. I mean, they thrived off of rookie deal running backs year
Mhm.
after year after year with Aaron Rodgers. So I mean, that's like teams would see how successful teams were being like that, and then we'll look at teams like Dallas. Jacksonville was hamstrung for a little while, paying MJD and
Tennessee
uh,
was with Chris Johnson, the
yeah, like
Vikings with
Yeah.
fucking
Peterson.
yes.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the Eagles weren't really great for a while, and they were paying fucking LaShawn McCoy. Like
Who was the running back the year that the Rams won the Super Bowl 4 years ago?
Ooh.
Don't worry, I'll wait. Darnell Henderson
Yeah. I was about to
and
say,
fucking
and was
wow, that was a good ass question.
torn
and
Achilles dude, right?
Akers
Yeah, Cam Akers from Florida State. Yeah, that's right.
and Akers. Cam Akers were their
That
running
was a
backs.
hey man, hey you should do it like some trivia. You know, that was solid. I was stumped. I was fixing to say, what are you talking about, bro? It was
That's
fucking
the whole.
Todd Gurley.
That's that's the
That
whole
was
point, though.
fucking 10 years ago
Yeah, I
almost.
was about to say Todd
Yeah.
Gurley was probably the last one where it was like, yep, this position's over with.
Yeah.
Even if you want to look at the year that the Rams lost to the Patriots, who is
C.J.
Todd
Anderson.
Gurley's
Fuck out
CJ
of here.
Anderson was on that team.
Man, he was fat as
But
fuck.
but who was the running back for the Patriots?
James White.
Was one of them.
Wait, which game we talking about? And that
The Super
Rams,
Bowl.
I don't
Patriots.
think Ridley. I don't think Ridley was still there, was he?
Stephen Ridley, no. It was
Vereen,
LeGarrette
Blunt.
Blunt.
That's right.
Damn,
Yeah,
how many Super Bowls did he win? He won what, two with the Patriots and one with the Eagles?
something like
Yeah.
I
that.
know he beat
Mhm.
the Patriots with the Eagles
Yeah,
and then
man.
went back to New England and won another one.
Yeah,
That's
remember when
he
he
was in
knocked that dude the
Pittsburgh for
fuck
a
out?
minute.
Nah, he was
Yeah,
there for
that
a
was in
year,
college.
year and a half. Yeah, hey,
I was like, he was with
legend,
the Steelers too.
legend.
Red zone machine.
Yeah,
But
no,
I think
fuck yeah.
I think
Bro,
my
okay, hold
point
on.
that
Hold on. Because I got a question for y'all. Who would you take? Who would you take fourth and goal from the one, Super Bowl on the line between who the hell we just talked about? Blunt, Garrett
LeGarrette
Blunt,
Blunt. Okay.
and the that big ass dude from the Giants when they were winning Super Bowls.
Brandon
Brandon
Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Bro, who you taking? Taking.
Oh.
It sounds like CTE written all over it.
I remember
You
watching Brandon
know,
Jacobs run, bro, and I'd be like, God damn, that looks painful. God, I would not want to
how
step
the
in his.
fuck are you 6'4", about 250, and doing that to people? And it's not like this man was fat. This
No,
motherfucker was just dense. He looked like in pads. This man looked like it was like hard for him to run because he was so solid.
bro, he never made an attempt to
Pause,
like
bro.
he he never made an attempt to just like break a tackle. He just
He knew
he
what he
I was
was.
gonna
just
put my
he
head
just
down.
lowered his foot, yeah, and just ran into people. He didn't
It
give a
was
shit
like
about
watching
nothing,
Jeremy Shock. Him and Jeremy Shockey were on the same team. You got to think. I
bro.
don't know who learned from who. I think
Crash outs, bro. Crash outs.
I remember watching a run of Jeremy Shockey when he was like a rookie. Just he had the sweatbands around his elbows,
Bro,
no gloves, and broke like 5 tackles for
Raw dog.
a 6 yard gain that got him a first down. And this man lost his goddamn mind.
Yeah.
bro,
And I was like,
Steroids will do that.
football was so much cooler back then,
Yeah. When people could juice and
bro.
drink. Oh, yeah.
Bro, that was football was awesome back then.
I guess to put the perfect button on it, if we're saying the running back position is dead,
It is.
who's in the Super Bowl? Who's winning it based on that logic? Give me the Broncos versus the Rams.
You're gonna take the Broncos after what
And
we
I
just did to them at Mile High? You're gonna the audacity.
or you get the or you put the Seahawks in there because Kenneth Walker ain't doing shit right now, son. He's had one good game.
Pittsburgh versus Seattle for the greatest championship
For
of
the
all
rights
Nobody
time.
watched
for the rights to DK Metcalf
Yeah,
and
for
his
the
aggression.
rights to his heart.
for soul.
Yeah,
It's
give
like
me that.
loving basketball for DK Metcalf.
Where's the Super Bowl at this year?
I don't
Vegas, isn't
know.
it? Isn't it in Vegas?
Yeah, I
I
think it is
thought.
in Vegas.
No. Is it Vegas? I know
I thought it
WrestleMania is
was
Vegas.
Vegas. I thought it was Vegas last year.
Well, wherever it is, Perk
It's
Rogers
time.
will
It's
be lifting the
we're
title.
fixing to look this up. We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, hurry up
The
so we can go to NBA and get to Jake because I want to talk about
and
Jake.
also the Plowboys being mathematically eliminated. We're just,
It's going to be Levi's Stadium, Santa Clara, home of the 49ers.
Ooh, that's about
oh.
round away for Aaron Rodgers, ain't it?
That's right, baby. Bad Bunny doing the halftime show in Spanish. Let's go.
Hey,
Ba 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 ba. Delibera más foto te cuando que llora herida beso que
hey,
abrazo que pere
NFL
e
script
tu.
writers. I got y'all. I know y'all's game right now. I see it. Y'all writing just like Vince McMahon in his prime. Less horny. But Cameron, cut the
I,
promo. How you feel about the Thunder? Like I'm seeing this Thunder Spurs thing pop off, and
a little rivalry.
it's
Oh,
it's
Um,
it's a
little
brewing.
let's see.
rivalry.
First and foremost, I think I said this a few episodes ago. The Spurs scare the absolute dog shit out of me, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I just don't feel like the Thunder know what to do with a more unicorn. They thought like everybody thought Chet was a unicorn, and then Wimby got here, and I don't think the Thunder I don't think the Thunder know what to do with him. And I see a lot of people that are frustrated with like Chet, and because he's supposed to be a big, and he only gets like at like 7 rebounds a game, and it's like, dude, that's not Chet's game. He's not fucking Shaq, bro. Like Chet is a stretch big. He's like a poor man's KD. His game is the same as KD's. He's just not as crisp. And the problem with the Spurs matchup is that Wimby is bigger, he is faster, and he is better at everything Chet does than Chet. And it's not to take away from Chet. It's just that's what it is. And the Thunder have to figure out how to attack that, or the dynasty as we know it is over already.
Or
After one title.
they're going fishing. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
And
all I'm gonna
like I
say.
said, that's not me jumping off the ship. They're still 26-4 or whatever the hell the record is. But it's pretty telling that they have 4 losses. 2 of them are absolute ass whippings by the Spurs. And one of those ass whippings, it was very much going the other way until Victor checked in with 5 minutes left in the first half and completely took the game over. So I like I said, I still like the Thunder is still a favorite in my eyes. They just have to figure out what's going on with the Spurs and how to attack that. But man, I don't know, man. Spurs, they scare the shit out of me.
You cannot stop it. You can only wish to contain it. And well, personally, just watching those games when they do play against each other, this natural rivalry that's kind of forming is actually turning out to be very good, not only for the sport, just to start off with, because we thought it was going to be Minnesota. It's not.
Yeah, no.
It's Edwards standing on a fucking island by himself, trying to will them to win games day in and day out. The Spurs have the exact same thing that the Thunder have on their side in youth, but they have even more of it because there's not a player in their starting rotation that's above the age of like 24. I
No.
don't think to start with. And they're developing in the right way. They're kind of letting them share the wealth, and they are really good shot makers. Now, the only difference is you have your shot makers on the Thunder, you have your defensive presence, but sometimes that defensive presence isn't hitting those shots. Where on the Spurs side, you know Vassell can hit shots. You know
Champagny.
Castle can, Champagny. You know that Stephon Castle can hit those shots. You
Yeah.
know that Stephon Castle can get to the rim. He's quick. He's got bounce. You know that Sochan isn't going to do a lot of scoring, but he's going to do a lot of rebounding and playing good defense. Harper is a rookie, and he's playing meaningful
Bro,
minutes. I mean,
Dylan Harper's playing well.
yeah, playing well, playing meaningful minutes, and being efficient with his time. And I haven't even mentioned Victor Wembanyama yet.
Yeah. The
That's
crazy
what's
thing,
scary about the Spurs team right now.
yeah. That's like the crazy thing, like, is they were beating up on the Thunder last night, even when Wemby wasn't on the floor. And like it's crazy because the way that the Spurs are bringing along their young guys the exact same way the Thunder did with theirs, except the Spurs didn't have to endure the shit seasons like the Thunder did. They had what one real bad season or two?
They haven't. They have not made the playoffs in 6 years.
Has it been that long? Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Gosh,
bro, they've
okay.
been
Yeah,
hot
well, anyways.
garbage.
Well,
Yeah,
anyways, the scariest thing to me about what's going on right now is that the like you can see it when you watch the Spurs on the court with Thunder. The Thunder, everybody and the Thunder knows that nobody in the league can fuck with them. And the Spurs know that the Thunder can't fuck with them. At least right now, that's all they know because they played twice and they've whooped the Thunder's ass twice. To me, that's scary as hell because the Spurs don't, their confidence is so crazy right now when they're on the court against the Thunder because they know Thunder can't
they know
figure
how to
them
beat
out.
them. Yeah, they know
Yeah,
how to beat them.
Thunder can't figure them out. And if nobody can figure out the Thunder and beat them and the Spurs have beaten them twice, to me, that would make me feel like shit. Nobody can fuck with me. That's to me is one of the scarier things.
Well, I think they're hitting their stride at the correct time. I think at one point the Spurs were 10-5 or 10-6. Well, now they're 22-7.
Yeah.
So they're figuring out how to that formula that they have figured out to beat the Thunder. They're applying that to other teams to where they're kind of meshing and coming together real nice. And they kind of held down the fort because there was a stretch of games that Wemby didn't play in, and they were still winning,
Yeah.
which was
Like 16 or
surprising to
some shit
me.
like that.
Even when they beat the Lakers, I don't think Wemby played when they beat the Lakers in the for the Cup game. That advanced them to play the Thunder, and that was Wemby's first game back. That's where we saw on national TV the difference
Yeah.
in the Spurs of yesteryear with Wemby. Because you got to think Wemby played the bulk of last year, and they were sub 500.
Yeah.
They've turned over that lead that
God
that
damn,
that lead.
he's so damn big, bro. Chet looks like a fucking child next to him. It's ridiculous. Pause. Shut
Pause.
up. Shut up.
I ain't say a word.
Shut
I'm
up. But
chilling.
but
I'm
you was
chilling.
about to, god damn
I
it.
no, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm just chilling.
We're good. It's okay.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, I
Marlon,
didn't really have I didn't really have like a I didn't need like the mic about but like the mic for them. I don't know. To me it just frustrates me people that just bag on Chet like the Thunder don't need him. And it's like, dude, the Thunder were a play-in team. The next year Chet played and they were the 1 seed. He's
If
a
I'm
pretty big difference.
if I can talk to Sam Presti, I don't think you need him. Get rid of him. Get rid of
Wow.
him.
ooh, hot take, hot take.
No,
Yeah.
this isn't. I'm the demon on your shoulder. Like, nah, bro. They don't know what they're talking about, Sam. You
You're
know what you
crazy, man.
let him go.
You're
Let
crazy,
him
man.
go.
Hell no.
Speaking of which, where y'all think Giannis goes?
I think he
Uh,
stays his punk ass in Milwaukee. He's been flirting with this shit for too long. Just stay there and retire. I don't think he's chasing championships right now. He's just chasing the bag. And who's going to give him the best bag? The team that he's already on.
I will give you a hot take that you can take home. You can take it to the bank.
Garrett! No, Giannis.
Send his ass to Golden State.
Send
Put him with Steph.
Draymond.
Put him with
Send
Steph.
yeah.
Give Steph one more last chance to run something before his career goes down the tube.
There
Do I think they will? I don't know. If I were Golden State, I would. I would trade Kaminga. I would trade fucking Draymond and maybe one or two others or some
some
picks.
picks, yeah.
Like give up some picks, bring Giannis, and Giannis isn't that old. What is he? Early 30s?
He's like right at 30 or
I
29
Yeah,
or
don't
he's
know how
30.
not.
old
Yeah.
he is.
He's not that old, and he's still dominant. I mean, he can carry your franchise for as long as those picks are out of your pocket. You know?
31.
Yeah,
31.
he's still at least got 4 years, like before he
I
really starts to dwindle down.
I seen Golden State, and then because of the antics of Ant, I seen somebody say Minnesota would make sense, and I was like, I mean, it would depend what Minnesota would be willing to give up. I don't know what the rest of their team would do. I know those two would be cool, I guess, but
They are losing money paying Rudy Gobert what they're paying him.
that's their fault. That's,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
That's
they're Joe Burrow or they're Cincinnati with Joe Burrow. You have all the talent in the world, but you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
unless you play the Dolphins.
It's easy work though. That's easy work. Um, well,
I
we
just don't see. There's other teams that I could see him going to. I just don't, for the life of me. I can't see Milwaukee trading him within the East, where they would have to deal with him every fucking
Then
year.
he's gonna end up on the Lakers, and they're
no shot.
gonna shit the bed and not know how to handle such a
Bro, listen,
star.
The
And
Lakers need to do whatever it takes to get LeBron out of there. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Well,
LeBron
that's
needs
what
to
they're
go.
doing. That's what they're doing. I'm telling y'all, they're gonna let it play out this year, and then after this year, they're gonna send him out the right way. They're not gonna fuck him over or anything like that. And then after this, they're gonna move to the future. I think it's one of
Yeah,
those. I wish it happened faster, but they've made it known
they
like,
just need
hey,
to go ahead and build this fucking franchise around Laravia, baby. Let's go.
man,
Let's
man, we
go.
give us give us a couple more pieces. I think with Braun, whenever he is gone and his that number falls off of the salary, I think they'll be fine. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, they'll be fine.
Oh, what? Oh.
no. What? Up. Cameron, you look, you got an echo on your mic, big dog.
I
It's
do?
fine.
Where? Who? Now?
Just a
Do I?
little bit.
What?
No, it's
Big
fine
dog.
now.
Woo.
Oh, okay.
Just a
Good.
little, just a little echo.
So we seen the playoff first round.
just
seen-
eating.
Hey, we seen the first round of the playoff.
Go dogs.
Let's
That's one of
get
my favorite.
let's get it out of the way. Bama comes into Norman, and they have a lot more success than they've had in recent memory against OU. They were able to sneak out. I can't remember the score right off the top of my head. I know they came in and won.
One by 10.
34-24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What y'all's thoughts on the game?
Well,
Um,
I'm gonna make it short and sweet, fellas. Okay, I'm gonna make it real short and sweet. Here's the fucking problem. Okay, and it's a big problem. John Mateer is not that guy right now. I think there's a lot of things that he needs to work on in the offseason if he does come back. Clearly, that's one of the issues that I see. Also, the absolute ineptitude to run the ball is a huge difference maker in that game. In your special teams didn't play as well as they normally do. That all culminated into a 10-point loss because you could have lost by 7. Oh wait, you could have tied the game, but you had a pick 6 and you had some missed field goals or missed field goal. So the defense is still playing well, but it's almost like you have to turn the corner on the offensive side of the ball right now because the success of the team was great this year, but it's not sustainable throughout the course of next season if you continue to go down that same path. Because we talked about it last week. It's usually a lull. They kick a field goal. They have 2 or 3 good drives, and then they have a splash play, and that's the difference in the game. Defense is playing good, holding the other team to minimum amount of points, and special teams is playing good as far as for fighting for field position. A lot of things need to change in the offseason. John Mateer needs to really put in some work, and then also having that stability of being back in the program for another year. Maybe he makes a lot of changes. A big stat that they talked about was after the injury, he threw 14 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, which is not what you need out of your quarterback to make a deep run in the playoffs. So after I say all of that, I will mute my mic and I will allow Cameron to speak. That is those are my takes. Take them how you want.
No, fuck that. Let me go before Cameron. All right, look. I agree with what you're saying, but I do think this was Mateer's best game that he's played in a while, at least to open up on. Um, I think first, shout out to Alabama. They did what they needed to do. They made the correct adjustments. They got their offense going, and OU did. It's painful to say, but they did in OU. The reason is it's acceptable this year is because they weren't supposed to be there anyways. So it's one of those where it's like I think they were in complete control, and I can low key. I'm not even bullshitting. I can remember sitting back in the recliner 17-0. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Wife and the kids hyped up. And I can remember going, God, I hope this shit doesn't turn into OU Georgia. And it did. That's how I feel. But I think they'll be better next year. It is what it is.
Okay. I'm like Marlon. I like last Thursday, I was telling a friend of mine at work, man, I was like, the way I feel about this game is, I'm fully expecting OU to win. I'm excited. We've already beaten Bama at Bama. Now they got to come to our house. It's going to be a crazy environment. Um, and I just felt like the offense would play better. Um, but if Alabama wins, to me, it's not all doom and gloom because Alabama is a good football team. At the end of the day, they're a good football team. In these playoff games, man, one or two mistakes, that usually is going to determine the game. Um, Unfortunately for OU, those one or two mistakes came on at our expense and not Alabama's. Uh, so that's number one. I'm like Marlon. Props to Alabama. They came in, they did what they needed to do. I thought they were self-destructing in the first quarter. I thought the game was over. Not even gonna lie. Ty Simpson looked like deer in headlights. Couldn't figure anything out. And then in like 4 quick minutes, I changed my tune and OU was self-destructing. So some of my takes. Number one, I'm absolutely fucking tired of people coming after John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle. Did anybody watch this fucking offense last year? Anybody at all? Like I don't want to hear anybody talk about John Mateer. Does he have things to work on? Yes. So I'm not saying I don't want to hear him talk about what he needs to work on. I'm tired of people talking about get rid of him. I'm like, this dude is a gamer. He played with a fucked up hand all year. That whatever that brace or tape was clearly was bothering him because, like Marlon said, this was by far his best game since Michigan. Like he actually played a really good game. He just missed one bad like read, just an inexcusable read. I'm a pretty generous guy. I can't defend that. That was a terrible read, dude. You got to read that. Um,
Oh,
but
the pick
outside
six?
of the yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah, my fault.
outside of that, bro, like he was making great throws. He was making people miss on sack opportunities. Now, in the second half, Bama just started bringing all kinds of fucking heat, and the line wasn't adjusting protection very well. So, but still, even then, he led a good drive to bring it within three. So, Mateer played, in my mind, he played a serviceable game, a game that should win you a playoff. Um, but for people to act like just for one play, for example, when he scrambled out of the fucking pocket and he found Robinson streaking down the fucking middle wide open. And people coming after him because he did not run and pick up the first down. That is not the play he should have made. The play he should have made was what he did. He saw a guy wide open, he took the shot. Any fucking coach is going to tell you to take the shot. Sorry. If it's a surefire touchdown and you know you can deliver it on the money, you throw the fucking ball. Robinson has to catch that. And that to me was the game changer. Robinson catches that ball, he's walking in.
That's absolutely the game changer because right after
Bro,
that, the
was
punter
when he
drops the
dropped the
ball.
fucking punt. Yeah. And then they kick a field goal, and 2 plays later, pick six. So those are just a couple of my issues. Like if you're gonna come after Mateer, then I want to see some people coming after Robinson because that ball couldn't have been thrown any better. I don't know why
Facts.
the fuck he didn't catch that.
Facts.
I mean, and I've never seen Xavier Robinson drop a ball. That to me is the most crazy thing. I've never seen him drop a pass ever. So John Mateer has some things he need to work on mechanically, yes. Uh, but I'm excited for him to come back next year. Have a year under his belt. I think that they're gonna I think that BV will let Arbuckle open it up a little bit. Um, I think Joe John Finley needs to go because our tight ends are trash. I think that either somebody needs to sit down with DeMarco Murray or he needs to go because his rotation is terrible. He's a hell of a recruiter, but his rotations are fucking stupid, make no sense. So that's number one. Number two, the defense also showed cracks. And this is one of the first times I've seen all season. The first touchdown, Kobe McKenzie bailed out and went to the wrong area of the zone, which is how um, I can't remember the receiver's name, but that's how he got open in the first place. And then he breaks 3 tackles. That's uncharacteristic of OU. The the second or third touchdown on the one on Peyton Bowen. Peyton Bowen got caught looking in the backfield. And that's how he got beat on the route in man coverage. I mean, those kind of things aren't usual for OU. So I felt like the defense showed cracks, but even then, it's hard to really blame a defense that I mean was fighting the special teams unit all fucking night, man. Like special teams put them in a bind. Missing 2 field goals, dropping the punt, shanking another punt for 35 yards. I mean, special teams is probably my biggest like, good God, man. What the fuck happened? Like, God.
Shit down their leg. I told you the mob got
And
him.
then I felt like I don't like what I want to know what changed defensively too in this after the first quarter because I just didn't feel like we generated any pressure on Ty Simpson after the
I
first quarter. I mean,
I
twice I think we
seen
got sacks in the fourth, but that was it.
I seen a lot of people talking about it, and I was curious. I haven't went back and watched it, but I would
Yeah.
think I would think Kalen DeBoer did a good job of mixing up throwing the
Hmm.
ball because anytime OU got pressure on him, it was on a third down. So it was an obvious passing down. OU could generate pressure and get to him, but I think it was a guessing game, and DeBoer had BV guessing when to bring pressure, and he would just catch
Yeah.
him. So like they would run away from it if they knew they were bringing pressure, and they would just try to catch OU not bringing pressure. Let Simpson sit there, get comfortable.
Hmm.
He'd hit some quick passes in the zone, and then he got comfortable.
Hey, listen,
Be
breaking
curious.
news, fellas.
Uh-oh.
15 for Alabama is pretty fucking good when he can just sit in the pocket.
Yeah,
He's
real
pretty
fucking
goddamn
good.
good.
I seen
So,
him boogieing out of the pocket, and I was like, wait, this motherfucker can run? What?
bro, and my
First
last
round, the
take.
Pittsburgh Steelers select.
He's got magic legs. He could run.
My last take, man, is like why did we bail out of the run game after the first? I think the first 2 drives we
Does it
gashed
exist?
Alabama. But I mean, you really didn't go to it anymore after the first couple of drives.
Yeah, Mateer
You
had
were
41 pass attempts in the game.
yeah. But what I'm saying is like the first couple of drives, you gashed Alabama running the football, and then you just quit. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't, and I know what you're saying is like you don't because you don't really have one, and that's right. But how I don't understand how it goes from one extreme to the other like that. Like for 2 drives, we gashed Alabama, and then we couldn't run the ball. Why does that happen?
I think they were trying to play it safe after the pick six. Well, hold on. Wait, hold on. My bad. That's a reverse. I said that in reverse. They should have went to the run game after the pick six, but I don't think they did. What made them successful in their first 2 drives, they went away from it. After the pick six, they were like, "Fuck, this game's too close. We got to push the ball down the field." Because I
Yeah.
think in total, they didn't. Let
Didn't
me see
really
how
run
many
it a
rush
lot.
attempts.
No.
Yeah, I want to see how
There
many rush attempts
I
they
mean,
had.
even for the year, Mateer was the second leading rusher on the team. So they don't
Yeah,
run the
that's got to
ball.
get addressed
Yes.
fast.
But you know what's
Yeah.
crazy is there. I mean, I don't know if they count sacks on Mateer as rush attempts, but this box score shows that they ran the ball 33 times. Torrey Blaylock had 11 carries for 36. Mateer had 19 carries for 15 yards, which is obviously has to do with, I think, the sack
Yeah,
yards are
sacks.
in there. And then Xavier Robinson had 3 carries for 4 yards.
Yeah.
Which sucks because Robinson was hurt. I mean, I felt like that impacted the run game because when
Let's get
before he
Jay
got,
Nott in there. Let's get
Catch the
Jay Nott in there.
fucking ball, dog.
yeah, dude. Oh my God, it
Catch
just
the
makes
ball.
me that play was so fucking deflating. Like
I,
the entire stadium was like, oh,
that's what I'm
and then
like,
the
dog.
drop punt. I was like, oh my
That's
God.
I felt it, bro. I was like, man, this is dope. You know the feeling. Cameron, you felt it.
Yeah,
You know the
bro.
feeling where it's like you're rocking and it's like, all right, fuck yeah, we're back. There's only one baby, and then something just flips and it's like, ah,
It goes, me.
God
yeah,
damn
it's
it.
like fuck. Okay, all right, but
Yeah.
Me.
yeah, that feeling,
I
I had
I
it.
do feel like, hey, shout out to Sooner Nation, man, because the talk nationwide for much of Friday night was how dope that atmosphere was, how awesome that was. And so props to them, man, because they showed out. They showed that they can like OU belongs in the SEC when it comes to atmosphere.
Yep.
Like we're
I
on par.
think the biggest problem with the game was the rally cry that 50 Cent tried to bring them back with many men.
It
God damn,
worked
he's
for a
getting
And
second.
husky, bro.
Yeah, he is.
He's getting
Yeah, he is.
fucking
It
husky.
worked for a
God.
that
second,
he's
didn't
like 50. Goddamn, he's not
it? He
50
is
Cent. He's
50.
a whole dollar now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, like Marlon said, it worked for a second. They
Yeah.
scored 2 plays later and then three
It's
and out at
just,
Alabama.
yeah, and it's just
And then
then it
fucking
worked for
Grayson
And
Bama.
Miller
then
fucking punted 35 yards right after that. God
and
damn it.
then and then Diddy called his peoples and was like, "Tell him,
God,
uh,
I'll tell you one other thing, man.
tell him."
My this will be my last one. And I this is something that BV this was never a fucking problem with Bob Stoops and BV's got to figure it out. The discipline on OU's team has got to be addressed because there were two absolute backbreaking penalties in this game, and they were both personal fouls. The stupid fucking the cheap shot block on Eddie Pierre Louis. That was we were driving, and I think we had just picked up a first down on like 3rd and 6, 15-yard penalty. Yeah, on a cheap shot block, and then the Taylor Wine, which I thought was kind of soft, but it's a penalty. Don't put yourself in those areas. Those penalties can't happen. Like, and I felt like OU was one of the more penalized teams in the country most of the year,
Oh, from an immature standpoint, yeah, I think so as well. I think they
bro.
had a lot of penalties that need to be addressed, but also you're dealing with 19, 20-year-old kids that aren't the same 19 and 20-year-old kids from 10 years ago. So the discipline and the accountability looks different. I mean, I'm sure it gets addressed, but in the heat of battle, that's what people like to say.
Yeah,
In the heat of battle,
I mean,
things
I'm
might
not
be
gonna lie.
different.
I like my offensive line being a little nasty. Like, I'm okay with that. It's just, man, you got to be selective when you're doing that because,
it's you just you
boy,
have
Well,
to you have to be in control. It's control chaos. That's the whole point. Is you want to
yeah.
be chaotic. You want to have that aggression, but you have to understand the end goal. The end goal should always be in your mind, which is winning the game. Yes, my job is to dominate you from whistle to whistle. As soon as I hear the whistle, I'm done.
Not everybody can be Brian Cushing, and that's the moral of the story.
Don't be, because you'll end
Brian
up like
Cushing.
Chris Benoit as well.
And
oh,
and
he's returning,
also
baby. He's returning in Avengers Doomsday.
Hey,
and also I think that there was a lot of an emotional aspect of this game, especially considering whenever OU beat Bama and they were standing on the logo,
Yeah,
and there was a little more. I mean, Bama people might have been talking shit, but they didn't get caught. I mean, you get caught, it's usually the sec. It's always the reaction. It's never the action.
yeah.
it's a little rivalry brewing. It's
Yeah,
you know
we
how
got something cooking.
we were born into the Big 12 era where OU was like a rival of Nebraska. We're just kind of
Mhm.
rewriting history right now. Now OU's going to start being rivals with Bama, and then LSU and OU will start having rivalry because Lane Kiffin's there. We're just
Hmm.
we're in for a bumpy ride, and
And
I think
I
OU's
will
eventually get
I
there.
will tell y'all this, man. I am I put this on Facebook, but I'm fucking excited about next year and the year after because OU had a great year, much better than anybody would have ever thought at the beginning of the season, and played a team that they beat in their house earlier in the season and lost, and let that team end their season and celebrate on their field, and they have to go in the locker room and deal with that and look at that and think about that all off season. And so that sour taste, man, a lot of these guys are younger players that are coming back. Like, I don't know. I'm excited for what the next couple of years could turn into personally.
um, I think it's gonna be kind of like
Huh.
a heavyweight boxing match that was also taking place
And
the
thank you for
same
that.
day.
That was a good
First off,
transition.
first off,
Take your time. Take. I
how,
got a lot to say,
now
but take your
how do y'all
time.
feel? How do y'all feel that he finally got you? You finally understand what he really is. You finally understand what he really is, which is he is he's the and one mixtape. He's hold on because yeah, yeah. Here we go. He's the and one mixtape. He's he's very
Okay.
good at what he does for a little bit, but he he's not a professional. You know what I mean? He can your average Joe, he can get out there and cross him up. Oh, my name is Hot Sizzle, baby. I can do all of this stuff. I can all he can do all of that to normal people who are not training and practicing at the level that he is. And even older MMA guys who are MMA guys and not boxers, we now see that that's a big deal. So Jake can beat them at boxing because he truly is like he's sparring and his team is solid. But there is a reason that the best boxers in the world have been doing this shit since they were 4, 5, 6 years old. And that's the gap. That's the gap of it's like, I don't think Jake could ever get there. But do I think that he can beat the hell out of some older MMA guys? Yeah. Yeah.
So
I watched BJ Penn get beat the fuck up outside of a Hawaiian bar by a random dude, just a random dude. So if I can see BJ Penn getting choked out, the prodigy getting choked out by a random Joe at a bar, I I think them MMA guys can get beat up.
so just so we're
Um.
clear,
Hmm.
you don't think just in any situation, you don't think Jake Paul could run with anybody closer in his weight? You don't think it had a lot of it had to do with like weight and size? Just out of curiosity. I'm not saying can he beat people. Could he run with anybody
No,
in more his weight
No.
class?
I
I
think
was
yeah,
holding my breath.
I
No.
think the guys that are
Okay.
smaller,
I was
like
just curious.
the true cruiserweights, like Benavidez, I think Benavidez would beat the absolute fuck out of him, and it would be like how it looked for with Anthony Joshua, where Jake was able to stay on his bike and then shoot for legs and do all that stuff to kind of stay away from his right hand. Benavidez would beat the fuck out of him because he's a combo
Bro,
like puncher. So
I'm not gonna lie, man. You know, I don't have a problem with people giving him props for getting in the ring, for saying he would and doing it. I do have a problem with people constantly saying, "Oh, got to give Jake Paul props for going 6 rounds." Bro,
That wasn't a true six. It was a
no.
22-foot fucking ring that he ran around and he
And then
fucking
shot for
shot
double
for
legs.
double legs.
That's why I'm saying I'm like,
Eh,
no,
eh,
that
Here's the
wasn't.
biggest thing. Brendan Schaub said it perfectly. Brendan Schaub, who used to fight in the UFC and is a trained mixed martial artist, said the reports are that Jake Paul made $92 million, and I see people being like, "Oh my God, Jake Paul! He's wow! He's such a amazing feat that he stepped in the ring with Anthony Joshua, former heavyweight champion, Olympic gold medalist." He said This motherfucker got paid $92 million to do that. Brendan Schaub said, you could slam my dick in a fucking door for $92 million. And that's way more painful than what Jake Paul went through. Get the fuck out of here. He was upset. But I get why he's upset. I'm not that mad about it. It's just the simple fact of, yes, he you have to give him his props simply because he is training, simply because yes, he did do that at his own risk, on his own promotion, with his own stipulations. He is Boxing has to thank him simply from his promotional aspect. Yes, he is training. You have to give respect where it's due. He is doing it. He is in exchanges, but he will never garner the respect from a true boxer because of the road that he's took. But that road that he's taking does exactly what he wants it to do for him. It's
Yeah.
getting him paid, and it's getting him paid in the way that he wants to get paid. It doesn't have. There's no. I don't think Jake Paul has a sense of honor necessarily to the fullest extent about the sport. I think he respects it because he trains it and he has a good team around him. But it's like, hey man, I'm on the juice. I'm trying to get my fucking shmoney up as much as I possibly can. So let me talk my shit. Let me broker deals with Netflix and Prime, which my brother started, to where I'm just growing my celebrity and I'm growing my name even more. Anthony Joshua almost smirked at him whenever he threw the left jab and he watched Jake's mouth pause wide open like that, and just fucking he just hit him with the hook, bro, and dropped him. Which, by the way, he had already dropped him 3 times in the fourth round. The gas take was so bad because Jake has been on the juice, bro. There's no he's been taking steroids,
And he's
and that's
not a
fine.
boxer. I think the frustrating part of this whole situation is everybody's been looking for where he really is as a fighter. When it first started out, it was just for fun. He knocked out Nate Robinson. Then he cut that promo. I'm gonna be the greatest boxer of all time. I'm gonna fuck up Conor McGregor. I'm gonna fuck up Canelo. I'm gonna do all that shit. And people took a mental check mark of like, this dude's crazy, whatever. Then you seen him fight Ben Askren, and people thought that Ben Askren was going to go in there and beat him. And it's like in your head thinking, Ben is a wrestler,
Wrestler.
a lifelong wrestler. And this kid has been training for at least 2 to 3 years already. And Ben being a mixed martial artist is boxing, so to speak, but he's not being trained in boxing. So there's a difference. Who do I think wins? The motherfucker that's been doing the sport for 3 years. It's like, would you expect somebody to go from soccer to football and be just as good? No, two
No,
completely different sports. And that's
no,
what
not
we
over up,
saw.
dude.
Yeah, that's what we saw is like
Yeah.
MMA is not boxing, and that's why. Connor did it with Floyd. We saw it, but the skill gap was so much further that it was just an exhibition that Floyd used to make a shit ton of money and Connor used to make a shit ton of money. But at the end of the day,
Exactly.
that Jake sits in the middle. He sits in the middle. His striking is not elite boxer, but it's also better than the MMA guys because he is training primarily in boxing.
Two
So when
box.
yeah,
Yes.
so when he's fighting like just okay boxers or old boxers or old MMA guys, he's going to beat them. He could fight Nate Diaz 500 times and he's going to beat Nate Diaz in a boxing match. It's just what it is. When he
I'm
fights
not gonna
somebody
lie,
at that
man.
level, it is what it is.
Mm.
That is the most scared I've ever seen somebody of another person in my entire life. I mean, I feel like that's how I would fight if I were given $1 million to fight 2 rounds of Mike Tyson in his prime or
Yeah,
5 years in prison. Like
bro.
I'm taking my $1 million, my 2 rounds, and that's how I'm fighting. Like I'm running around, staying as far away as possible, and anytime he gets close, I'm shooting the hip.
Yeah, that's
Like,
when I saw it, I was like, you know those conversations that all dudes, especially when you're younger in school growing up, where you're just a jackass and it's like, man, Mike Tyson versus a gorilla, who wins? And somebody's like, Mike Tyson would beat the fuck out of that gorilla. And as you grow up, you're like, nah, bro, that gorilla would rip him to shreds. It's
Yeah.
he had that conversation of like, bro, I'd get in the ring with Mike Tyson, and they'd be like, for what? For how much money? Oh, I'd do it for $500, or I'd take the fucking Carolina Reaper over chicken nuggets, some shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? That's what happened. Like he,
Well, and also too, I think the fact that Mike Tyson didn't knock him the fuck out, it he was able to parlay that into the Tank fight until was Tank got hurt. No, Tank was gonna go to jail. That's what it was. But that's what he's been able to do. It's he
I
fought
don't.
Mike Tyson 30 years out of his prime, and
Yes,
people were like, "Oh, I mean, he stood the ring with Mike Tyson." It's like Mike Tyson's a fucking tomato can. He smokes
And
weed.
not
All
only
he had
that,
to
but
do,
all due
Mike
respect.
Tyson, like two
Yeah,
months before that, had a fucking medical emergency in the middle of a flight.
yeah.
He
That's
almost died.
motherfucker,
when
almost had a heart attack, bro.
when I
I'm
seen
saying, like,
people getting trolled by Jake for that, I was like, okay, they just don't understand what he's doing. He is just
yeah,
pissing people off by saying and having it over everybody's head. I
yeah.
beat Mike Tyson because nobody else would do that shit.
Yeah.
He is a social media
Well, and
sensation.
the more he trolls like that, the more people are going to buy the shit to watch him get his ass kicked or hope that he gets his ass kicked like he
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
it's
that's why he could get
selling the
92
dream.
million to get his fucking
It
jaw broke.
it's selling the
No, it's not
dream.
even
That's
selling the
the
dream. It's
biggest
just
thing.
entertainment, bro. This is jackass. If this shit happened in 1997, it would just be he would be on the crew with Jackass with Steve-O and all them boys. That's all it would be is he would just walk
Well,
around trying to
Like
I
piss
when
mean,
people off.
Knoxville fought Butterball in the pawn shop.
Exactly.
like speaking on your point, I mean, he's literally parlayed this into calling out Ngannou because him and Logan were on in the Impulsive podcast, and uh, Logan was hyping him up about how he took Anthony Joshua's best shot and it didn't even knock him out. He stood there and said, "Whoa," and then started talking shit about how that same shot knocked Ngannou out in round two. And so now he's calling out Ngannou.
Goddamn right. Because Ngannou's soft as baby shit.
And it's like, dude, okay.
I wouldn't
So
do
people are
that.
going to tune in to watch Ngannou fucking kill him.
I wouldn't do that. But also, I think something that Jake said was, I just ran out of gas. I wish I would have had 2 months to train. It's like, well, actually, brother, you were training for somebody that was smaller and faster. So you were still training. So you should have still been in decent shape. Anthony Joshua is a lot bigger than you. He's a lot denser than you. Obviously, you couldn't hang with his speed either. So why did you stop training? Like, the fight got called off with Tank in like November, and then 2 weeks later they announced the Joshua fight. And it's like, no, you had months before that. I think that that's more of an excuse, but the
Yeah.
biggest thing about that fight is he you have to at least respect his hustle because he's making it work.
That he's living the easy life of just content
Mm-hmm.
creation. That's what
Mm-hmm.
he's doing. Him and Logan are the best at it. It's just irritating because it's like, bro, I know the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
however.
at first they were like
Bro, they were like,
wholesome Vine kids, like
No,
in
they were not fucking
yeah, that's what I was going
wholesome.
to say. They were the OGs. They were the OGs of Vine, man. They were one of the very first Vine creators.
Man, fuck them. Nobody
Bro,
care
Vine
about
used to
them.
go fucking hard, bro.
Fuck your chicken strips.
Fuck you, chicken straps. But I mean, all in all, I like what Anthony Joshua said
Fuck Anthony
whenever he
Joshua.
was being
I'll
interviewed by
fight that
Ariel
bitch ass
Helwani
nigga
for 92 million right
for
now. I'll
90.
sign the.
I'll fight him for 40.
I'll fight him for 2 grand. No, I'm just playing. Hell no. I'm gonna need more than 2 grand to get in the ring with that big ass motherfucker.
But you don't for a Carolina Reaper, huh?
Well, about two realistic 2,000 realistic dollars right now. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take
That
that. But if
him,
I'm
it's gonna be the same. Like that Carolina Reaper is gonna turn your insides into the same thing that Anthony Joshua's hook to
say
your body
mush,
would do. Yeah, it's gonna be the same. So it don't really matter if you go take a Carolina Reaper for that. You could take a Joshua punch.
I guess the good thing is that what he said was very antiquated. It was very well said. He was like, "Look, I'm sorry it took me so long to beat the shit out of him because I told him what this was beforehand. This is a different thing. You know, I wanted to wear him down,
He said you
and
have to
then
respect him too. He came in
yeah,
here, but you could tell he was like shitting on him without bluntly shitting on him because
mm-hmm.
he was like, you know, you have to respect him for getting in there. But tonight he found out what a real fighter is. And now we're back to real fights. And I was like, okay, he's
Yeah,
because what do you
which
do? What do you do if somebody with a British accent at that
yeah.
is like tells you some shit like that? Like, and he
Well,
just
and
whooped your
he
ass.
he put both of his arms on Ariel Hawani's shoulders.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
imagine how scared I'd be shitting my pants if I was
I was about
Ariel
to say,
Hawani.
you hold
Look,
your breath. Just make,
I told him what was going to happen before the fight. Um, you got to respect him for stepping in the ring and trying to become
Isaiah,
a boxer. What?
yeah, you got to put your
Yeah.
arms out.
you got to put your arms out. If you're gonna
Well,
do the thing, do the thing.
Hey, Ariel Hawani was holding
but
this shit like,
you just see, yeah.
yeah, he had him shook.
I'm sorry it took me so long, but he stepped into the ring with the real fighter tonight, and I was going to dominate him.
uh,
And I apologize for everyone in Miami. They had to wait so long for it to happen.
now
But
Tyson
today,
Fury.
yeah. Now, if we're gonna get down to business, Tyson, Fury, they're like, come on now. I
Isaiah,
want
why
to
It
don't
do
was
you
a good
shit.
do
promo.
more
It was a good promo.
impersonations, man? God damn.
Hey, it
I,
was a good promo. I liked it. I really did. I think
I mean,
what
that's what he cut a promo after he
what
did that.
was now is the ball is in Tyson Fury's uh court because I mean this they're paying people to box now and people are
Yeah,
not being
I
able
would
to
rather,
duck anybody anymore.
I would rather Jake run it back with Tommy.
On the undercard,
Yeah, on the under, make that the under
man.
because that's
know
kind
who?
of. I mean,
Nah,
honestly, that's
you
kind
know
of
who
nice.
Jake needs to fight.
Their dad was gonna and the Fury's dad was gonna lose. You know, he's gonna lose his fucking mind. He's
Yeah,
pure
nah, look,
entertainment.
look, look, look. Jake needs to fight me. He needs to fight me.
Look, Jake, I'm calling you out.
I'm
Hey,
calling you
Jake,
out. Some
you
small
wanna?
podcast. I'm calling you out. I was 205. Let's go. Get in the ring with a real fighter, bro. I'll get drunk.
And you got to enter the USADA testing pool.
I'll
No,
be
never
fine.
mind. No, you'll be fine. I don't know about Jake.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be fine.
Or maybe I'll
Bro, I'm
just
kind
get
of
used.
I'm kind
I
of
want a
mad Anthony
50-foot
Joshua called
ring.
out Tyson Fury.
What you
Like,
want him to call out?
we wanted this. It pisses me off
It
because
better not be
we
Usyk.
as in the entire fucking world wanted this fight 10 years ago when they were both champions. And Tyson tried to deliver and Anthony Joshua would never accept. Now neither one of them are fucking champions. And
Well,
now he wants to call. It's like, dude,
well,
come on, man.
it's because the state of boxing. At that point, there were so many different organizations inside of boxing, even more than there are
Yeah,
still now. And so it was hard to do inner like promotion fights with the
yeah,
fighter. So like Tyson Fury signed to one promotion and Anthony Joshua signed to another. So to
yeah,
get them all to agree for him to fight, they're not going to do like 50-50. Both
yeah,
sides are arguing who's the A side. It's just
yeah.
it's a shit show now
It's
because
like
of
war
Saudi
negotiations.
Arabia
Yeah,
and Dana White.
yeah.
They're throwing
That and
so
that
much money
Riyadh
now.
season is still going on,
Yeah.
my guy.
Bro, I was
It's
gonna
like
say,
2 years long.
and because of them though, bro, even if you take 60-40 or 70-30, that 30 is still cashing out at like 250.
Yeah, I
So
mean, and I also think too, 10 years ago, Anthony Joshua was in his early 20s.
yeah, 24.
Like, he probably was like, "Hey man,
27 total.
I'm just trying
I'm
to
just saying,
rise
if
up, dog."
Anthony Joshua wasn't such a pussy 10 years ago, then the Brooklyn Bomber might still have his belt. You know, we wouldn't have ever
Nah.
seen Tyson Fury and fucking Deontay Wilder. Right? That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, shit,
We
nah,
needed
Usyk.
that fight. Yeah, and Usyk was just in the foothills of Russia, just training.
Man, what are they talking about?
Listen,
Just
Like
man,
it
I'm
was
starting to think you just want to
that
be
big Soviet son bitch. He
a
was
fucking
just
world class athlete, like
period.
contact sport, anything. You need to just spend about 10 years over in Russia in the fucking trenches, bro,
something like that, bro.
because they're
It's
doing something
Bro,
right.
peep this, peep this. Can you imagine if at any point in time Russia as a nation introduces football? The amount of linebackers that are going to be coming out of Russia
straight
would
Listen,
double
be
legging.
brother, I'm
next level
absolutely
dominant.
fucking terrified if Russia just says, you know what, I'm fucking tired of these assholes over there across the pond, and just invades. They only had to bring like
Whoa,
Re-
whoa, chill,
they
chill.
only had to bring
I
a
wrestling
couple
wasn't
matches,
guns,
going.
bro. Yeah, they're
wrestling
just gonna
matches
come
in the
over
street.
and hand to hand combat. We're gonna die. Like
He said
we're
we're all
going to
gonna die.
fucking lose.
Oh, look, and if you see here, Joe, they're making sure that their weight is at their arms, so their arms gas out first, so that whenever they put them in this rear naked,
Oh
I know
shit.
that's all it'd be. Just send the entire Russian Olympic wrestling team to conquer land in the U.S.
that's sad.
I
Gentlemen,
challenge you now. You come here. Come here.
gentlemen,
You,
who will be the next John Cena?
John Cena.
I'm talking
Hmm.
about what he means to the company. Who will take on the mantle as you had it transition from Hogan back in the day to, let's say, kind of Ultimate Warrior to Savage, from Savage to like Bret Hart, from Bret Hart to Shawn Michaels, from Shawn Michaels to Steve Austin, from Steve Austin to The Rock, from The Rock to Triple H, from Triple H to Randy and John Cena, Batista, that whole class. And then now who takes that top dog slot? So
Oh.
much so that his last match
Mm.
brings in so
Okay,
much
Okay.
fucking crybaby shit and all that other
Top
shit.
Dog Entertainment.
Hmm.
Give me Chris Benoit at the spot. I think that he is done enough to impress me as far as
Um,
Canceled.
man, that's
I
tough.
think
I'll.
I I feel I definitely think Cameron's kind of leaning the same way. It's tough, but there's been a lot of people that have been in the company for a long time that have had that opportunity and they didn't see fit for him. Like at one point, I thought it could have been Drew McIntyre, and then he just kind of like fizzled.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins had his moment in the sun, but he's not Cena level, right? He has the notoriety, but they're different. I think the closest thing that I could see as somebody that's young, that's hanging with them, and even though he's a heel, you got to look at Dom, you got to look at Braun, you got to look at.
Mhm.
I would almost say Cody, but Cody received a massive push,
Well, Cody's old as
and
shit right now
his
anyway, so
age
he's
is going to be a factor because,
yeah.
yeah. And then with Roman Reigns as well, like Roman was another person they gave that motherfucker the keys for like 2 years, and it's his feuds aren't the same. You know, that's something that John Cena always had, right? John Cena, even whenever he was not holding titles, he always had good feuds and good stories to tell with his matches. I don't think Roman is that. He had to have Paul Heyman's help. He had to have the faction that he had with him. I'm looking at Dom can hold his own in the ring and also hold his own on the mic. Braun, even though he's a crazy crash out, can hold his own in the ring and can also develop well on the mic. Cody is too old. Roman is getting up there in age. I don't think he's not a day to day worker that he used to be. But John was a day to day worker for at least 15 years, at least. You know, I think a lot of these other wrestlers that had their moments, their 2, 3 year moments, they have crossed over into the thing that The Rock did, right? He had his moment, he had his career, he was extremely impactful on the business, and then he was like, man, fuck this. I'm about to go start acting. It's happening sooner. It's happening sooner in the industry than it has. I mean, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are in the new Street Fighter movie.
Yeah.
Randy Orton tried, didn't work out that well,
Easy.
but Well, he did. He tried. It didn't work out that well. I'm
You're
just
right.
being honest.
You're right.
But but I think since that is happening faster, you got to look at the guys that are keep the ship afloat. And I don't think Dom wants to be an actor. I think he fucking loves what he does more. I think Braun loves what he does more. I think those two have to be the only two at the moment that you can see it happening with. And I'm very avid as far as paying attention to wrestling the way that I used to. But just off the eye test for me is them two. See,
Cameron.
Mm, I'm okay. So I'm gonna give who I think it should be and would be, and then I'll give a couple of wild cards.
LA
Uh,
Knight.
no, Ellen Knight's too old, and they've disrespected him for fucking 4 years. I've just accepted the fact that they're never gonna let him have a strap, like the strap. Like it's just not gonna happen. And I think what they did to him on Raw a couple weeks ago, I think
Yeah,
that
they killed
was a
his character
sign.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's pride. I unequivocally think it's going to be Dom. His namesake, his ability on and off the mic, like he carries his own, and I think it's a testament to him because he had to split away from his dad and figure it out on his own because man, he was fixing to be run out of the fucking WWE when he was with nobody fucking liked his character with his dad.
Quickly, quickly.
Yes, so I like what I like what he can I like what he can bring to the WWE in terms of like an appreciation because of his number one, his dad, and number two, Eddie, like his namesake. So, uh, and his family lineage, all that stuff that Cody Rhodes carries, he carries too. Um, also, wild card. Well, I'll give you two wild cards. Wild card because it's not a man. Rhea Ripley. I think because of where she's from, and how she got I can see a real joy for the business when she's doing her thing and the way the crowd I've never seen a woman get this like the pops she gets week in and week out for 5 fucking years. That's an exaggeration, but I mean it's kind of crazy for a female. It's unprecedented in my opinion. I think she could do it. um and then my big wild card, man, I like Solo, man.
Facts.
Like, if they ever just push him, like, let JC Mateo and all them fuckers turn on him. Let him get his ass kicked and let him come back as a baby. Bro, he's so fucking funny. And he's so good on the mic. And he's there week in and week out. Like, I feel like he could be a guy that could carry it. But if I had to put my finger and $1 million on one person, it would be Dom to me. I would
Yeah.
say Braun. I just think Braun is. I don't see Braun much as a baby face. Like I just he to me, which I guess it really doesn't matter. He gives me the Steve Austin vibes. Like
Yeah.
he's not
Just a
really here
badass.
to be a heel or to be a good guy. He just yeah, just to fuck shit up.
Yeah. And it's easy. Honestly, it's easy to write character or like a weekly character for that because they can
Yeah,
just get involved with whatever the fuck they want. So, say
yeah,
he doesn't have a match one week, he can just come in a random match, spear the shit out of everybody, grab the mic, cut a promo, and then drink some beers, drink some
yeah.
Steve Weiss.
Like Steve used to do, bro. Man, I liked when people would cost him a title, bro. That next night on Raw was always fucking fireworks, bro. He'd come out and he's like, "I'm not fucking leaving." He'd get a chair and just sit in
Yeah.
the
Sit
ring.
there.
They cut to commercial and come back and he's still sitting there. That shit used to be fire,
Steve Austin's still in the ring right now.
And then,
What an
and then no,
explanation!
Vince's music would hit.
bro. My favorite crash out in wrestling history was when the NWO cost him his championship, and he went in there fucking freaking out, wanting the NWO to come. He was calling them out, waiting on them, bro. That shit was fucking funny. All time
Yeah.
crash out. He threw his fucking beer cooler in there. Fucking
God.
beers went everywhere.
Good times when
Uh,
all wrestlers were crash outs. We need some of
yeah.
that back. Bring back unprotected chair shots. I
God,
would
bring him
say
back.
I would say Dom definitely. I would say Braun just because he's easy to write for his family lineage. He may be one of those dudes that maybe he doesn't even spend his whole career in WWE, but because he's a Steiner. he can go do other stuff. And like I told y'all, I think he has a cousin or something
Yeah,
that's about to come in.
that's all he is.
Sorry, Marlon, you keep freezing, bro.
Oh
Bro,
shit, my fault.
you fucking froze, and then
Oh shit.
Now,
I was like,
I will tell you this, man. What he's done on the mic the last couple of weeks, bro, has given me a lot more faith in his standalone character. Like, man, him and fucking CM Punk been going in on each other. That shit has been gold. I've enjoyed it very much. He's like, hell, while I'm at it, I'll just take your wife too. I'm like, whoo.
Ooh, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's good shit.
yeah.
All right, last
Yeah,
topic.
I'm gonna miss that. God damn it.
I'm not gonna do the advice one, but what is the meanest animal you could take out with a knife?
With
Hmm.
a knife,
Yeah, just a knife. Not a big ass butcher blade or nothing like that. Just a knife. Chucky level
like
knife.
a oh, I thought you were gonna say a Sharon Moore butter knife. Um,
Easy.
oh, ooh, that's a good question, man. I mean, I'm looking at my dog right now. No, I'm just
Are
playing.
you talking about meanest like
Could you take out a mountain lion? A
oh, okay, so
grizzly?
No,
that's what I was asking. Like, or what would you
no,
consider would be like mean for you to take out? Does that
Yeah,
make
or
sense?
mean
Like,
for you to take out.
like
Like if it's just a
inhumane.
skunk. Yeah, if it's just going out and getting a skunk.
Well, in the movie Tropic Thunder, he killed a cuddly panda bear
yeah,
with a
see,
knife.
like,
You know what I
see,
mean?
that's mean. You know, that's mean. Why
That's
would you do that?
inhumane.
That's
Yeah,
is it that kind of mean, or are you thinking like, could you kill a bear
an
with a knife?
aggressive
Like,
Yeah,
animal. I think
yeah,
can you kill an aggressive animal? Can you take
okay,
out
thank you.
like a
Yeah,
gator?
what's the most aggressive animal you could take out with a
Yeah, can
knife?
you take out a gator?
Okay, no, fuck no, man. They got
I
fucking
think
armor for
it's
skin.
I think, man, maybe like a little badger or something, a little Tasmanian devil or something. They're small, they're aggressive.
That'll tear your ass up.
Yeah, but I have a knife and they're smaller than me. I can't, as long as I don't let them get the neck, baby, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Or an artery. You know what I mean? Mountain lion? No. I remember my old boss. I was telling him that whenever I was in Mexico, and I saw a warning sign that said "Beware of pumas," and I was like, that scared the shit out of me. I didn't even want to golf anymore. I just wanted to leave. He was like, "Oh man, you can." He was like, "Oh, you can fend off a puma." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "No, I can't." I was like, "If a puma wants me, pause. It's gonna have me." I was like, That's it."
Whoa, okay.
I was like, not only are they more athletic than me, I have zero weapons. Like, what do you expect me to do? Their goddamn claws are big. Like, no.
But in
I
this
mean,
scenario, you have a knife.
And it's not how much damage. It's not how can you kill an animal
okay.
without taking
First of
damage. It's
all,
can you kill the fucking animal with the knife? Like,
okay, let's pretend. All right, this is a knife. This is a knife. All right. You know how close you have to let that some bitch get to you to even do anything. It's not
Isaiah,
like you're like jousting and
if
you're like, ha
if
ha
if
ha, get
if
away.
if a puma jumped on you and you had a knife in hand, could you fucking kill it?
Probably.
All right, that's the question.
Check
God
mark,
damn.
dog. Check mark.
Jesus Christ. You're you made this way more complicated,
Yeah, I was
man.
gonna say I didn't ask him
Because
if
it
it
is
was.
complicated. Because it's complicated.
Hey Isaiah, what animal could you kill without taking 75 hit points off your health bar?
Exactly. This is things
Fucking
that need to be
can you
discussed.
kill the fucking thing or not? Jesus
Can you
Christ.
kill a puma with a knife? Tell me right now.
Yes, if it jumps on me, yes. Fuck
Bear.
yeah. That thing is no.
Which bear?
He
No.
said no.
Cuz
Black bear.
cuz
Grizzly?
cuz a bear
No.
cuz a
Black.
bear
No.
is twice your size, way stronger and it would maul the fuck out of you. Like I don't feel like a puma or like a mountain lion, like they can jump on you and claw you and bite at you, but it like it's not bigger than you. So it's just a simple like, you know? Oh
Oh yeah.
shit. Right in the fucking heart, bro.
First
Done.
first of all, it's
It
not a
also
oh
depends.
shit.
It
Yeah.
depends. If it's coming right at you, all right, cool. But if that motherfucker grabs you from the back, that's
Yeah,
your
on the back.
ass.
Yeah. I
Pause.
don't know.
It's over.
I would say probably like mountain lion would be the peak for me. Like I feel like when it's fight or flight, I know if I don't stab this motherfucker, I'm dying a really shitty
A
life,
slow
like a
and
death.
painful death.
Yeah.
Always,
as,
always.
as nature cruelly intends it to be. You
What
know,
about a yellow spotted
I'm not
lizard? You taking
becoming
that out?
another animal's shit. I'm not doing it. So I'm winning. God damn it.
I want winners. Look, here's the
What
thing.
did y'all what was that was that a Holes reference? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
A
definitely a Holes
slow and
reference.
painful death.
A slow and painful death.
Yellow spotted
Always,
lizards. Okay.
I made a
always.
Stanley Yelnats the fourth comment the other night. My wife didn't know what it was, and I felt so shocked. I was like, "Oh God, you're
Bro,
casual."
those movie quotes were unmatched for like 4 years. Just the Mr. Sirs.
Yeah, just
Isaiah, Isaiah, when you caught that first down in flag football and you did the Mr. Sir walk, that was
oh.
great. That was your first down celebration. Ah.
They don't make them
Anyway,
like that
sorry.
no more.
No,
They
they
don't.
don't.
Yeah, all these new first down
Something
sellies
wrong with my
that the league
face?
is coming
Huh?
out. Yeah, all these NFL first down sellies that they have now. No, they need to
Bro,
do
they
the
got the
Mister
booger
Sir
pick.
and then point like Mister Sir did with the gun when he
I
was
don't
like,
understand what's wrong with Jaws. Like,
Bro, listen, man, because I'm getting tired of everybody else being able to cock the fucking hammer and fucking shoot like SGA can do it. But what if Ja fucking does it, you know? Like they took his whole grenade toss celebration out of 2K. I'm very hurt about that. That was my favorite shit ever.
you got to go
But
back
then
to
they
that.
got,
Keep it up.
bro,
"Skip it up."
bro. Now they got one. The one that's popular on this game is it's just a duck. Wank. It's fucking when you get somebody that shoots like a motherfucker, bro, and that's what you hear in possession. Wank. It's fucking hilarious. It's so defeating.
That
Anyways,
dog's fucking.
All right, well,
but
gentlemen,
yeah.
what do y'all
Well,
want to leave
hold
the
on.
people with?
No,
No, hold
no,
on.
you
You didn't
haven't gave
answer.
your
Yeah.
answers.
What's
Yeah,
your answer?
yeah,
A fucking
yeah.
kid, a kitty cat? Huh?
Oh,
Huh?
A
bro,
little, a little. Meow.
Yeah. You got a fucking rabbit? Huh?
You
give me
go
a
to the wabbits, George?
give me a polar bear.
Get out of here. You're not killing a fucking
I'm
polar
gonna
bear.
kill
That
a
thing
polar
will
bear.
destroy
Look,
you.
look,
Nah,
Marlon.
dog.
I know that there's some things in your system right now that make you feel a bit invincible. Okay, I don't know if it's the pen stiller, that young penny stills, that Benjamin Button, but
No,
Bro,
I'll say like a deer,
now hold
bro.
on.
What are you talking
Are
about?
you like with the knife and the polar bear? Are you like
Oh no, bro.
close
I'm
combat,
praying.
or are you fucking
are you
daggering it?
launching it?
Nah,
Yeah,
dog,
Are you throwing that shit across
I'm
the ice
running like a
across
hoe.
the ice cap?
Hey,
you got to hit him right between his eyes, and you got to hope that it like punctures his skull
bro,
because they got little skulls.
if I had a gun, I would be afraid of a polar bear.
Bro,
Hell yeah!
if I was standing across a 10-yard gap from a bear and I threw the knife and I either missed or I hit it with the handle side and I knew that I
It
had
just went like
nothing
that.
else, I'd be like, ah, fuck. That would be the most scary moment of my life.
That would be a moment. I'm not trying to use this as a mean reference, but that's the moment where
It's
like
over
people
with
talk
now.
about like when you skydive and your chute doesn't open there, like you die before you hit and you probably
Yeah.
shit yourself. That's probably you're going to die before it touches you. You're
Facts.
just the fear, the
Yeah, the heart
shock.
you'll have a heart attack or whatever from the
You're gonna have
stress.
a
Yeah.
full on Randy Savage in the Jeep moment. You're gonna be
Yo, that's horrible, bro. That's horrible.
you're gonna start
give
smelling burnt toast.
give me a male deer. That's all. I'll take
But
a
that's
male
not
a
a mean
buck.
animal. That's
Oh
not a
my!
mean
It can't
animal.
a buck.
Hey, I'm okay. Look, if
Hey,
you're
listen,
referring
man.
to that one video that fucked up that dog's scout,
There you go.
and the voiceover was with, "Hey, yo, fuck 12, fuck
Yeah,
12.
Fuck
yeah.
12.
That yeah.
Keisha, get your ass over
Get your
here."
ass over here. No, but
No, I'm talking about.
that's it for me. I'm not mountain lion possibly, but I've seen those two at the zoo here get active, and I don't want none. I don't want no
Yeah.
problems. I don't want no
Have you
problems.
seen like a what's the one little jungle cat that has like the pointed ears? Is that a sphinx?
Yeah,
Them motherfuckers are mean, dude.
you want
Mm-mm.
one?
No, I'm just saying. I don't think I could take that out. They're mean.
I mean, you could take two on. Giggity. Anyway, so what do y'all want to leave the people with?
Cameron, I'll let you go first because I just, I want you to gloat with your
Just,
Jags.
I want to start by saying I want to address Sooner Nation, and I want to let y'all know it's going to be okay. We are going to be fine. It was a great year. It's okay to admit that. We can get through our sad phase. We had a great season. We have a lot of young players, and next year is going to be even better. So let's get ready for it. And then for my Jags fans, baby, for my Duval, baby, Liam Collins got it rolling. I don't want to hear nothing from no Bronco fan. I don't want to hear shit from no Chiefs fan. I don't give a fuck about the Niners. I don't want to hear shit from the Chargers. AFC's shit. Don't even. I mean, y'all might as well pack your bag and go home. Shit. This is the year, baby. This is the year. This is the year.
Going to
Hey,
Cancun?
Unless you're the Steelers, in which case we're handing out ass whoopings for everybody to see. And I'm pretty happy with the product right now. Don't make me eat these words because I'll crash out. I don't care. I don't care. But
You
as I
chose.
said in what episode 1, Isaiah, there's no world that Tua comes to Acrisure Field in the cold and beats the
wins.
He didn't even start. Oh no,
Even
he
if he
did start
doesn't
that game.
play.
He did start. Yeah, he did start that game. I'm sorry. Okay, here's what I'm gonna leave the people with. Okay, and it's been weighing on my heart for a while. Um, there's some times that things happen in a man's life where he has to be unwavering. He has to be faithful to his team. He's got to stick by him, and that's what I chose to do. Now I'm a realist, and if everybody that's watching on YouTube right now, check us out, mash that follow button, like and subscribe. There's a man behind me who's cross-eyed. That's Tua Tagovailoa, and I put this on here today for the specific reason of it's over for him. It's over. His career in Miami is over. We could have drafted Justin Herbert, and we chose to.
Y'all have ruined him too.
We offered 4 first-round picks for Joey,
Y'all would have ruined him too.
and he came into our stadium in more ways than one because he dotted the boys up.
And
That
that's
being
what
said,
we'll lead with is he left his flavor on Miami Dolphins Stadium.
marked his territory by far. But seriously, glad everybody's listening. I'm hoping that views get up. Marlon called out Jake Paul live on the podcast, so hopefully we can get the promotion going, get him in the ring, get his payout of
I'll
about.
knock Jake the fuck out. I ain't playing
You
with
heard it,
I'll
Jake.
knock Jake the
I
fuck
hope
out.
you see it, Jake. Hey, Jake. Hey, I hope you see it.